Alright guys, Landran89 here with two Turkish made semi-automatic shotguns that a lot of people have been looking at. The Dickinson model 202, I think it's the 202, it could be the 212, and the Girsan mc312, imported by Bud's Sporting Goods or Zenith Firearms. I got mine from Zenith Firearms. Has the Z on the top. Comes in a nice plastic case. 5 chokes. Both of them come with 5 chokes. The Girsan has a cleaning kit with it, and a case, a nice plastic case. The Dickinson just comes in a cardboard box. I paid $320 for the Girsan, and that's with my FFL from Zenith. I got this one for $360 with the FFL. I've had this one for right at a year. I've got about 500 rounds through it. Seems to be a very nice shotgun for what I paid for. You know, I mean, it's not a Stoker or a, you know, a Benelli or anything like that, but these are clones of those guns, with minute differences, and I'll go through some of the differences on that. On this Dickinson is more, it's going to be like a Stoker 3000. Your Girsan is almost a direct copy of a Benelli M2, with the spring located in the buttstock. And I would almost guess that, I mean, if you look at the trigger housing, I know the Turin tactical springs would probably work on this gun. And that being said, I'll go through kind of some of the differences. I mean, both of the trigger groupings are about the same, except for one of them's the Stoker design, which has the button on the bottom right here, as opposed to the lever on the side right here, like a Benelli. And some of the Stokers have this model too, but like the 2000 I think had that lever. Anyways, just a little. And other than that, I mean, like that spring right here is in the exact same spot. The hammer looks identical. I don't know what all, the plastics are different, you know what I mean, but they both have the 2 pins, one right here and one right here, or actually the 3rd pin is there. So I mean, there's your 2 pins back here and one right there. All pretty similar in their trigger designs, because basically both of them are knockoffs of original Benellis, which is what Stoker was. And then they, you know, go from there. Some of them are, how Girsan got away with this is the M2 design, their patent went out of date, and Girsan started making the M2, a copy of the M2, not an M2, I promise. Anyway, they both shoot very well. The Girsan MC312 has a lot more felt recoil than the Dickinson does. Of course, this one I've only have about 150 rounds through, so that could loosen up over time. On both guns, when I first got the Dickinson, I was able to outrun the gun on certain ammo. I mean, they're not picky. They'll shoot the Walmart stuff just fine. My boy shoots this one in competition all the time for ski and 4-H, the Dickinson, and has no trouble with the cycling or anything on pretty much any, like maybe 3 or 4 jam ups, maybe because it was dirty or something, out of 500 or 600 rounds. So I mean, and that was probably me not cleaning the gun, or you know, or just an odd round of cheap stuff, or you never know. The Girsan I've not had any problems with. I was able to outrun the gun, both of them, when they were new. And what I mean by that is when you just dump the ammo, like bang 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 bang, as fast as you can pull the trigger. This one will double feed when you do that for some reason, and it won't double feed unless you're trying to do that. And that could be just this gun that does that. I don't know. It may need a new spring or something. I've heard other guys say these operate awesome, and they're just as fast as a Benelli. Mine, I've tried to like dump rounds out of it, and I was able to outrun this gun. Or it's what happens is it'll load a round in, and the hammer follows the shell home, or the bolt home, but it doesn't hit the pin. I don't know what's going on there, but then when it does that, it loads the next shell and doesn't really double feed. It just kind of, it doesn't go off or lets your trigger doesn't fire basically, because it follows the bolt home. And this gun did that a little bit when it was new, and now I can shoot it about as fast as I want to. Really no problems with the Dickinson. And neither one, I mean, I've shot cheap Walmart ammo out of this one. I've got about 150 rounds through it, all kinds of stuff, and no problems with either one of them really. If you're gonna buy a Turkish made shotgun, I would stick with the Dickinson or the Girsan. Probably, the TR imports, they are gas operated guns, and they're decent guns, but they've got more tool marking on them, and you have to clean them all the time. They get really dirty real quick because they're a gas operated gun. This Dickinson has really light felt recoil, and I don't know, I've never seen this. They have a really big heavy spring up here in the front on your fore-end cap. Never seen that before, but it has the exact same bolt as a Stoker. I mean, they're with minute differences, just for patent reasons probably. But the Dickinson works great. Girsan works good. I've not had any issues at either one of them, other than when I'm just trying to completely, and you couldn't aim and shoot while you're doing this. I don't know why that would be a problem. I mean, if you're hunting with it, you're not going to unload as fast as you can pull the trigger, because there's no way you can aim and do that. Like, that's the only issue. And I'll show. Thanks for watching. The Girsan seems to have a little bit better machining. I mean, not much difference between them. I mean, like, very little. Just like the chrome line barrel. They both have chrome line barrels, but they're both dirty as sin, but they're both mirrored barrels. They're nice guns for the amount of money you're paying for them. The Dickinson does sound a little more like a cash register opening. If you've ever had an old cheap Russian gun that sounds like a cash register, this gun has that sound a little bit. Not bad, but the Girsan sounds more like a quality Benelli or Beretta, or where it just, all you hear is that smooth action. And this has a smooth action. It just has a ring up here when you're cycling the action. It'll go ching. It has that sound. I don't know if some of you guys will know what I'm talking about. Some gun club target loads from Remington. These are 1185 feet per second, so really light loads. I'm gonna shoot these real quick. Just kind of watch the recoil and how fast they cycle. I was able to outrun this gun a couple times with these lighter loads. I don't know, I only have about 150 rounds to this gun, but I have not had any issues with just regular shooting once, shooting twice. The only problem I've ever had was when I was going bang, 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 bang. And the trigger would follow the bolt home basically. So I'll show you guys about this gun real quick. This is the Girsan. We'll shoot the Dickinson next. So yeah, seems to cycle good, no issues. And as you can tell, I wasn't just going bop, 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 bop. Those are light loads. This is the Dickinson 212. go to the other video on these too, and I'll show you the internals of it. Let me move this gun out of the way. We'll shoot this one real quick. So, yeah, not a bad, neither one of them are bad cycling guns, or no problems with them. They're 1185 feet per second, so if they'll cycle those, it's going to cycle anything. I've shot 700 or 800 rounds through this gun, or 600 or 700 rounds without any problem. Sounds good. Has a little bit of a ring to it, but not that cheap cash registry sound. You know, I mean, it has just a little bit of a ring. The Girsan has none of that. It doesn't sound. It sounds more of a like a Beretta or a Benelli, but real clean cycling. I mean, real easy to cycle. Both of them are the same on cycling wise. Just real nice cycling guns for $350 guns. You can't beat them. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a good one.